Wepa, mi gente, what's going on? Hola, hola, hola. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Conciencias Con Cocktails with me, Javier Pedroza. Listen, we're so excited to be here today and every Thursday at 6 p.m. on Solivity TV on YouTube, Solivity Latinx, Facebook, and Twitter. You name it, and we're on it. Also, be sure to follow us on IG at Conciencias Con Cocktails. I am so happy. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm so thrilled that we've created CO3 because we have amazing conversations week after week, and this week is no exception. Today's show, we have the multi-talented young woman who's a singer, dancer, actress, author. She's a host. She's also an activist for human rights. And she happens to be one of the most beautiful women on this planet. And her name is Miss AMARA LENEGRA. So I cannot wait to speak with her because she has so much to say. And I definitely know that she is beautiful, not only inside, not only in the outside, but also in the inside. And also with us, we have the smooth sounds of the Caribbean soul singer and songwriter, Mr. OMAR PEREZ THEN, who will be hanging out with us at our CO3 Lounge, where we celebrate the arts, culture, dance, fashion, music. So you definitely don't want to miss it. Today's cocktail is Dominicana, which I'll show you right here. Y salud para ustedes. So delicious. The Dominicana is to compliment my incredible guests who are both of Dominican descent. And, you know, if you love all coffee things, you are going to be a super fan of the Dominicana because it's a combination of Dominican aged rum, coffee liqueur, a touch of sugar, and a float of cream. So you are going to love it. If you are making a mocktail, you can make a cool iced coffee, shake it. And, you know, Gen Z, we want you to be part of the conversation, but we know you can't drink yet. So we're going to be teaching you slowly but surely how to get to having your first cocktail when you turn 18, maybe 21. Anyway, so we're going to kick things off with our Spotlight stories. And today on Spotlight, we are discussing the most relevant trending news, and we begin with Mr. Kanye West. Mr. Kanye West launched his official presidential race at an unconventional rally where he rambled against historical figures Harriet Tubman and the topic of abortion. On Monday evening, he posted a series of Twitter rants about his personal life and family, which sparked the trending hashtag Pray for Ye. On Tuesday morning, as fans worry about the artist's mental health, his wife, Kim Kardashian West, has since released a statement expressing concerns and asking for compassion and empathy while dealing with Kanye's bipolar manic episode. Let's show the clip, Brian, of Mr. Kanye West, please.
Dressed in a bulletproof vest with the numbers 2020 shaved into his hair, the Yeezus singer delivered a freewheeling message to a crowd in South Carolina on Sunday that touched on numerous hot-button topics. Early on in his appearance, the singer tearfully revealed that his own mother saved him from being aborted. Kanye then broke into sobs as he made the shocking revelation that he nearly aborted his own child when his now wife, Kim Kardashian, told him she was pregnant with their daughter, Northwest.
My mom saved my life. There would have been no Kanye West because my dad was too busy.
And we are sending Kanye positive vibes and hope he receives the mental health assistance that he needs. On our next spotlight story comes from New Jersey and is a another sad story. On Sunday, a gunman shot and killed the son of Judge Esther Salas at the family's home. Judge Salas is New Jersey's first Hispanic Latina woman appointed as a U.S. district judge. The judge of Mexican and Cuban descent was in the basement at the time of the attack and not injured. Federal authorities identify self-described anti-feminist lawyer Roy Den Hollander as the primary suspect. Roy was later found dead by apparent suicide shortly after the attack. The FBI has also named him as the leading suspect in the murder of a like-minded attorney in California earlier this month. We wish Judge Salas and her husband peace in these troubling times, along with strength and comfort while grieving with the tragic loss of their son. We send you lots of positive, beautiful energy. Switching gears a bit, our next spotlight story, after taking heat for its cancellation of Baker and the Beauty, ABC is putting into development a new hour-long Latinx drama from executive producer Eva Longoria titled Chicano, and we look forward to hearing more about that as we get the information. And last but not least, Latina singer-songwriter Demi Lovato is engaged. Woo! She is engaged to actor Max Eric and is preparing to tie the knot after announcing the news last night with her 88.5 million Instagram followers. Felicidades, Demi, and we wish you both all of the love in the world, and I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful wedding, and I cannot wait to get my save the date in the mail. I cannot wait. So guys, next, I am so excited. That wraps up our spotlight because now we get to party and we get to introduce our first guest. She is one of the hardest working entertainers since the age of 4. She's a reality star who we all know and love from the hit show on VH1, Love and Hip Hop Miami. And this stunning Afro-Latina of Dominican descent was dubbed by Billboard as the show's breakout star, landing a multi-album record deal with BMG. Take a look at Amara's latest video, Andale.
Andale, 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 andale.
Dámelo. Ándale, bitch, in my mind. Walk in the place and you better know. Right to the back, but you better go. Get to jefe, he better not play. I looked at papi, where the hell my dinero, huh? Right to the state, but you better go. Muévete, boy, might sketch you up. Yo, baby, she looking at me and I'm looking at her. Like, you can never hope. But anyways, back to these bands, though. You better have on my guapo, I'ma let it pop. Heard about me from the bando. Put an end to your show, bitch, a scandal. I'ma holla at me, ho. All that talking poquito. Cause then I'ma let him rock and he gon' shoot his shot.
Thank you. Did you not love that? I mean, hello. Say hello to Amara. Hola, Amara. ¿Cómo estás?
Hi, guys. Un placer estar con ustedes. It's a pleasure to be with you. And since I saw that you're drinking, ¿cómo es? The Dominican, la Dominicana.
La Dominicana.
Mi amor, yo estoy aquí con una mimosa. It's not la Dominicana, but I was trying to keep up with you.
Salud. Cheers.
Yes, cuéntamelo todo. Talk to me.
First of all, thank you for hanging out with us, my love, because I know you are busy. So we're going to get right into it. First, I know that you were born and raised in Miami and your parents are Dominican descent. I've seen your interviews. I've watched your growth. I'm so proud of you. I think I want to say thank you from the Latinos en el mundo because you are taking beep, you know, like you are doing your thing and we're so proud of you. Not only again for being Latina, but just being a woman and a boss, like you are doing the thing. Again, I know that you were raised in Miami. How is it different now with, you know, COVID and these protests to now?
Bueno, mira, I know that I'm not supposed to be doing this right now, but I am going to try. I'm not really sure how this works. I kind of wanted to show you a little bit of how my view here in Miami looks at this moment. Look and see if you can see. Mira, right now, not for nothing, but the view in Miami is still a beautiful place. But I won't lie, it feels a little bit lonely. It feels a little bit gloomy. You know, las calles, I'm used to seeing it full of people and just, you know, the vibes of what Miami is. But, you know, we're going through it at this moment. And as you know, Florida, specifically Miami, it's the city that has supposedly the highest, I'm only saying supposedly because I don't know if any statistics have changed, but that has the highest amount of people that have come out with COVID. So, you know, things are a little bit different. You have to somewhat adapt to the new norm. Y bueno, ¿qué te digo? You know, we're working with what we have at the moment.
We are, and you know, I'm happy to see that the governor is changing a little bit of his tune, and you know that we've seen a lot more people wear masks day to day, which is so necessary. I see that you wear yours every time when you're out protesting and doing your thing. And another thing that I know that you're doing in this COVID time, right? Because we've all kind of had a new reality is that. And I don't know why, because I think you are just perfection, but you're going through this body transformation at the moment, and you're dancing your heart out with the merengue workouts.
Claro, mi amor, because let me tell you, mira, I don't know, maybe everybody's not the same, but okay, I'll be honest with mine, okay? A lot of us during quarantine, you know, we kind of got a little bit comfortable. You know, we were stuck home for a little bit. Y uno no se da cuenta when you gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 pounds, you know, so it just got to a place where, you know, in the beginning it was more like, oh my God, we're all scared because of COVID. There's this virus, it's killing people. Now we kind of somewhat are understanding what it is. Here in Miami, we still have, you know, we're not allowed to go to a lot of places. Things are still shut down here to a certain extent. So ya hay que ir como que adaptándose. You have to adapt. And part of that is taking care of our health from the inside out. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to be more health conscious. I'm going to start working out and dancing, and I may not be going to the gym because I'm a little bit afraid todavía, but en la casa I can dance, I can work out, I can still figure out ways to, you know, sweat it up.
I know, and your mother, I see her join you, and I love it. I love watching her. Like I've said to you before, like your mom is our Latina mother, like, you know, her struggle, I love, you know, in the sense that, you know, we all know, and I have a theory where I don't make my guests repeat their stories over and over again. So I'm just gonna let them know that your mom, you know, she went from Dominican Republic to Mexico. She came to the US and had you, and has worked her life to basically supply every kind of technique to you. And that's why I love, because you are trained. You are a singer, you are a dancer, like everything that you do you have put in the hours. And that's thank you to your mom.
I'm not gonna lie, I am grateful to my mother, and shout outs to every parent out there supporting their children. If you see that your kid is talented, if you see that your kid may be extra smart in anything, in any department, support them, help them find the classes, the techniques, everything that they need, because you never know what they'll become tomorrow. And I'm grateful that my mom that did that for me, and thankfully I'm here today. So definitely grateful, and I just always want to give the most highest respects and love and shout outs to all those beautiful, specifically single mothers out there putting in that work for their kids.
Absolutely. And tell us, how did you get into dancing? I mean, I know as a dancer myself that we're born with this, but how did you get into it? Like, how did you say, Mommy, I want to be in Sábado Gigante at 4?
You know what? It wasn't even me. It was more that I was very naturally como bien coqueta, bien simpática. You know, I would just sing and dance at the supermarket for anyone. And everybody kept telling her, why don't you just take her to Sábado Gigante? He does competitions and auditions for little kids. Give her a chance, you never know. So she took me, I auditioned, I made it, and then I ended up being part of the El Clan Infantil, which was a segment that they had with the children. I was there for 6 years every Saturday. Then I became a background dancer for Univision, Premio Nuestro, Latin Grammys, all of those things. And one thing led to the other. I always knew I wanted to be a superstar. I didn't know how I was going to make it. But I'll tell you this, success is not one single route up. I'll take you from here to there. I've worked as a TV host. I've worked as radio. I've done de todo. Yo soy todóloga.
Absolutely. And you know, one thing that I'm curious about is like, what inspirations throughout your life have led you to where you are today?
Inspirations
as far as like your music career, your, you know, the fact that, you know, when you think of those people and say, I know I'm going to get to that place. Like, what was that? Who are those people who inspired you?
Bueno, I lived, and still do for Tina Turner. I'm sorry. Tina,
oh,
gee. Her legs and her attitude, personality. And I'm like deep down in my heart, I always say that in another life, I used to be a drag queen because I love the feathers, the color, the glam, the makeup, just the everything. Like I used to see her and I was like, oh my God, I want to be like her. Obviously, Celia Cruz también, Whitney Houston, Donna Summers.
Right.
Like those were the people that I was like, oh, I want to be like them. And then obviously, you know, then came, wait, Janet Jackson, Olga Tañón, La Lupe, Lupita D'Alessio. I mean, the list goes on and on. Then eventually Beyonce came along and I was like, oh my God, I want to be like Beyonce.
Yeah.
But I think there's been so many great influences of talented women that have inspired me, and men as well. Obviously, we're in a different generation where we don't necessarily have those artists per se. We have, estoy buscando las palabras correctas. We have evolved. We have evolved to a new generation, but I still admire those talented women because there was a long preparation. You know, there was training behind these talented women. And I'm not saying that now that there isn't, it's just that it's different.
Yeah, it's just, I think that before, to become a diva, to become an icon, you had to go through some stuff. And I think that today we're really easy to name these kids. I'll say it for you. These kids, icons, and, you know, all these things when I'm like, but do you even know what that means? You know what I mean? Like, again, a Whitney Houston, Tina Turner, all these names, Donna Summers. I mean, now there was a Broadway play, you know, about Donna Summers. So it's kind of like, yeah, I agree that people need to put in the work. And in terms of entertainers, how can an entertainer, as opposed to any other profession, lead unique changes for equality, in your opinion?
You know what I always say, for those that have been giving the talent and that have been giving the blessing of having fans, of having followers, of having people that you can impact with your words, through your music, whatever way you have been able to be impactful to a certain amount of people, if you have that platform, you should not only use it to promote your music and your talent and your entertainment, but also to bring awareness, which is the most important thing. If you feel that you may not know what you can do, just bring awareness, because there's a lot of people that may not know, and just you being able to show them, to talk about it, can just turn on that light bulb in their head, in their heart, in their mind. So definitely bring awareness. If you can educate through your platform, even if you're on stage, I've done it 1,000 times, where I perform, and in the middle of my performance, I want to take this moment, you know what I'm saying? Y uno aprovecha su plataforma. So I just think it's important to be able to use your platform. It doesn't matter how big, how small, where you're at. If you really believe in it, you know, there's definitely something you can do about it. So I just say use that.
Yeah. Absolutely. And you know, I know that, you know, we're all talking about Black Lives Matter and, you know, everything that's happening in the world, but amongst the national...
By the way, mírame aquí, Black folks must vote.
I love it.
Minorities, everybody vote.
Thank you for that. Absolutely. See, this is what I'm talking about. You use your platform.
Yeah, just slide in that commercial real quick. Everybody must vote. Vote. Okay.
Exactly. And I think that I know I've seen that how you identify, but I want, like, amongst the national and global movement of Black Lives Matter, explain to our viewers how you have utilized your unique identity to empower Latinx folks in America and the Caribbean, because I know that we have some work to do ourselves.
Right. Well, in my case, I always say that I guess to a certain extent, living in the United States, I have the best of both worlds, which is being a minority in both sides. I am Black, and I am also obviously, you know, Latina. I'm Dominican. I'm not mixed. I am Dominican. Not, you know, there's no African American mixture in me, because I know that a lot of people sometimes can't understand when I say I'm Afro-Latina, means that I come from African descent. My family in the Dominican Republic are Black, and they look like me, right? So I feel that I've been able to bring awareness by talking about it, even on Love and Hip Hop. Every single TV show, I've been on CNN, ABC, any platform that I'm given, I bring awareness. I was the first one to be out in the march when it happened here in Miami for George Floyd. I wasn't doing it crowd chasing or anything like that. I did it because I felt that it was the right thing to do with the Black Lives Matter movement. As a minority in this country, like I said, this is only but our duty, because this is what we're seeing right now in 2020. Imagine if we don't do anything, what the future is going to look like, not only for ourselves, for our children, for our grandchildren. So it is our duty to use our platforms to promote equality overall. Like, it doesn't matter. Equality, everybody has the right to live their life como le dé la gana. Judgment-free zone.
That's so, I mean, maybe you need to be running for president in the next election.
You know what? I might. Let me get my stuff together.
Just be like, we need to fix this. Just put her in the White House.
For real.
Before we get you to the White House, I do want to, the Latinos that are watching this, right? I think it's really important for, you know, people like us. And I love CO3 because I can give beautiful people like you the platform that you deserve. But I want to know, and I think that what has been the most pressing or urgent issue that needs attention within the Latinx people?
I think that, especially because we're all, well, for those that live here in the United States, because, for example, little small, just extra info if you didn't know. In the Dominican Republic, they tried to do a protest for the Black Lives Matter movement, and they shut it down. They arrested them, every single person, and they shut it down. You don't even have the rights to stand outside con un cartel and say, you know, equality or Black. No, dejen esa vaina, y'all can't do that here. So that alone only shows you how a lot of third world countries and a lot of other countries view what's happening here. And to me, I'm like, even if you don't feel that it is your concern because you're in another country, the people from those countries also live here in this country. So hay mucha dominicana aquí en los Estados Unidos. Nueva York, New York alone, half of the Latino population is Dominican.
Yeah.
And a lot of them look like myself. So I just felt like it was super unfair. But with that being said, I would say for those that live here in the United States, among so many things that need to be, you know, that need to be spoken about, I would say definitely police brutality is something that has touched my soul, that has touched my heart. I feel that is a topic that needs to be resolved and talked about, but urgently, because those are the people that we call when we are in fear, when we are concerned, when we need help. We call them, you know, to support, to rescue, to save us. And to know that I don't like to generalize. You can't generalize and say that all police is bad. You can't do that. But for those that are in the system that are racist, that use their power to do wrong, I definitely feel that police brutality is the first topic that needs to be spoken about, because if they're going to shoot you or mistreat you, you know, just based off the color of your skin or based off your nationality, whether it is that you're Mexican or wherever it is that you're from, that is an issue. That definitely is an issue.
Absolutely. And I think that's what a lot of people that don't live in this country miss out of the entire conversation. It's like, this involves you too, and you don't even know it, or don't want to see it, don't want to recognize it, whatever it is. But I'm thankful that you're doing the work, and again, you're protesting, you are posting, you are doing everything that you're doing. I saw that you even gave some money away to some people on your Instagram. I was like, yes, Amara, do your thing.
Yeah, I also gave money. I helped feed about 300 families in the Dominican Republic during this time. In Santiago, in La Capital, Santo Domingo, in several parts, in San Pedro. I help because if we think that we're struggling and we're going through it right now, imagine these third world countries that they really have no support. So whatever it is that we can do, and I continue to talk about it just in case I can inspire one listener, one viewer, whoever it is. If I can inspire one person, I feel like I did my job. So whoever it is, wherever you are, please support, bring awareness, donate, and do it from your heart. No lo haga de que por buscar payola, por buscar views. Do it because you really want to help. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I saw, I think it was your Instagram live about Afro Latinos, and it really touched me. It really touched me because I felt like it was like about 2 hours long, something like that. And it was like a roller coaster of emotions, and I saw them in you, and I saw them within your guests, and I could not understand why this is happening. Like, you know, in the Dominican Republic, people are saying, you know, que, ¿cómo que ustedes le dicen? Buscando cloud. ¿Cómo que usted le dice?
Buscando sonido. Sí.
Eso, and I could not understand that. I was like, my God, if people understood what she's doing here, like, it's incredible. So what has been the most rewarding takeaway? Because I love talking about those rewarding feelings that you get when you help people. And I know that you do a lot philanthropically. So what is like the most rewarding takeaways that you gain taking part of these protests?
Mira, I'll tell you this, God forbid, if I were to die tomorrow, I would feel like my life was worth it and I did my part. I did the best that I could do with the amount of time that God allowed me to be on this earth. I lived my life. I lived my dreams. I focused. I worked on them. I was able to inspire many people. I was able to wake, you know, for those that feel that they, you know, that they woke, I was able to wake up a lot of people. I was able to make a difference, to start a conversation about my own people in this country that needed to be spoken about. I feel like I've done well with my life. So I feel that the most rewarding thing would definitely have to be every single person that I have inspired or I have motivated through my music or through my actions as an activist. That has been my biggest reward.
Amazing. That must feel so, so good.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know, what is the best advice that you've been given by another entertainer or artist? Because, you know, we have OMAR PEREZ THEN coming up, and he is an amazing singer. Wait until you hear him. I can't wait for you to hear him. But what is that advice that in your mind was like, ding?
Te voy a decir la verdad. To say that I've gotten a lot of great advice from other artists, I would be almost lying. I'm sure that I've heard here and there, maybe not any that has truly touched me. Because for the most part, a lot of artists can be very, como te digo, vamos a decir selfish, and not everybody's trying to be supportive. Not everybody, come on, Omar, you know what I'm talking about. Not everybody's trying to be supportive. Not everybody's trying to share their light with you. Not everybody's trying to help you, guide you, knock on this door that they're going to open it for you and you can succeed here. Not everybody's trying to do that. So I would lie almost if I say that I've had many artists that have supported me and have given me good advice, but I'll close off saying this. If I could give any advice, porque yo no soy tacaña y yo no estoy en eso. Lo que está para uno nadie se lo quita. Y las bendiciones that are for you, period. So in my case, yo no estoy en eso, but if I had to say anything, I would say, I always say the same thing. How bad do you want it? If you want it bad enough, you're going to figure out a way to make it happen. That's one. Definitely, más hace el que quiere que el que puede. You know, that's just what it is. At the end of the day, and you only live once. You know what I mean? Take a risk, take a chance. Stop doubting yourself and just do it. And who cares what the world has to say? Because no matter what you do, everybody is going to always judge you, whether you do good or whether you do wrong. So para mierda, you just go ahead, whatever makes you feel good, and you do you. That's it.
Absolutely, yes. I know that Omar's going to appreciate that 100%. One thing, are you excited about hosting backstage guests at Premios Juventud on August 13th?
Yes, I'm extremely excited that I am going to be one of the hosts for Premios Juventud on Univision. And by the way, I can't say much, but I will tell you this. I'm also going to be hosting another big award in October. Let me see if you know, but okay, I can't say it. In October, there's these big awards in Las Vegas, and I also am going to be hosting that backstage. So I am more than honored to have been given the opportunity. I'm excited to be representing a los latinos, a los dominicanos, a mi comunidad afro-latina, that we need more diversity. We need more of this. So I'm grateful. I am definitely grateful.
I can't wait to see them. Again, I know that we'll be reposting and we'll be supporting you always because, again, we are so proud of you. Thank you so much, Amara, for chatting with us today.
Yes.
And again, I can't wait for you to hear to Mr. OMAR PEREZ THEN at our CO3 Lounge. So everyone, refill your cocktails or mocktails and enjoy Omar's latest video on our commercial break, and we'll see you soon.
Hey everybody, I'm Francesca Maxime and want to really invite you into a new conversation, which might feel a little bit uncomfortable to start. Inside Out with Natasha and Francesca, unpacking racism. Where did we get these ideas? Why are we in this white body supremacist society? What is it to be an embodied anti-racist? I'm with Dr. Natasha Stovall. Natasha, explain what you see in your therapy sessions and why you want to do this show.
I want to do this show, Francesca, because so many white people in my practice are asking, why is it that the world that we live in is so racist, but I don't feel racist? I'm not a racist. And even though I think that's a very sincere question, I think all white people now need to begin from a place of the world that we create is racist, whether we mean it to be or not. So how do we understand and start to change the ways that we have learned, whether it's something we're aware of learning, if anyone who taught us was aware that that's what they were teaching us, how can we help them stop practicing racism even when they don't feel racist? So that's
right.
Where we're starting from, and we're gonna go from there. And yeah, it's gonna be uncomfortable, but that's what therapy is all about, and that's what therapists are good at.
All right, Natasha, thank you. And everybody who wants to tune in, it's pretty much a show that's going to be about white-bodied folks and inquiries there. And certainly we'll be taking your questions, but anybody can tune in. It's going to be on Facebook Live Wednesdays at noon. We'll look forward to seeing you.
Coming up next, it's time for our CO3 Lounge. Guys, so I believe that we got a little sound technical difficulties, so I'm gonna go back and I'm going to ask Omar to kind of a little bit repeat himself a little bit, but I want Omar to let our viewers know a little bit about him, because I know him now for I don't know, like a decade or something crazy, and he's always been hustling and doing his thing, and I'm so happy that he's here now, but I want him to tell you where he's from. And I know that he was born and raised in the Dominican Republic.
In the Dominican Republic. By the way, thank you so much for having me. This is actually, like I said, the highlight of my week, so I appreciate you having me here. But yes, I was born and raised in Santo Domingo, the capital, La Capital, in the Dominican Republic, and I was raised, yes, in the southern coast of the island, by the Malecon. You could smell the sea breeze, and you can hear the palm trees. So it was the best place to grow up.
Yeah, I mean, I was raised in Puerto Rico, so
Ay, bonito.
hermanito, we're like right next to each other, so yes. I know exactly what you're saying. But what got you into music in the first place?
In the first place, where I was in this school, they really wanted us to be part of music and the arts and everything. So we participated in a few children's musical theater plays. But I was a late bloomer. So around when I was 14, I expressed to my mom, hey, I want to learn how to play the guitar. So she said, yeah, whatever, you're not going to do that and get bad grades at school. So I kept insisting for a year. And finally, I started taking guitar lessons. And at a test, on a guitar test, I started singing and playing the song that we had. And my instructor said, like, wait, you're singing and playing. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just supposed to play. So I was trying not to sing. And he said, no, you should keep singing. You should sing. It sounds really well. So that kind of gave me a boost, because I was the shyest kid that you could ever meet. So that was a great push. And the following year, I met my singing instructor. So my first singing teacher. So
and now, how's your family with your singing?
Oh my God, they turned around. Actually, it was first when I said, "Oh, I'm moving to LA," they were like, "Sure," because it wasn't a thing. I just wrote in a little post-it, "I'm going to LA," like even before I had anything in place to move out here. So it was like wishful thinking. And then when I said, oh, I'm moving next January, they were like, what? So they were kind of, they didn't believe exactly what I was doing, but my dad was able to come here. And I actually filmed the pilot of a TV show while he was here. And we got into the car and he looked at me and put his hand on my shoulder and said, now I get it. Now I see it. And it was the sweetest moment I've shared, I think, with my dad so far.
That sounds so sweet. I'm like ready to cry right now. What's the problem?
it was such a, all of us want to be seen and heard. And at that moment, I felt seen and heard by my dad.
And again, especially, we know our fathers, yes, and we know the men in our society, right, in our world.
Families, yeah.
And when it comes to creative, right, being creative, yes, it's almost like, what's that? You're not doing that.
Exactly, because we come from a culture that is like, oh no, you're going to study, and being a musician or a dancer, yeah, or a poet is not a career. Yeah.
Right.
So it's been really rewarding to see the fruits of my, persistence and insistence in my dream, because I could see it, and it's nice for them to see as well now. But, and my mom would be like, in Santo Domingo, I went back for a season, and my mom would be like, putting people's bracelets on the shows and getting, their tickets and, box office, and my dad bringing people. So it's very rewarding to be on this side of the dream.
That's really, really, really sweet. And this is the side that you belong. I mean, we've always known that you are a star. It's just a matter of time before the rest of the world knows that you're a star.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Tell us about your new release hit, La Misma Piedra.
La Misma Piedra. Oh my God. Like, as a songwriter, you write songs, and my first album was very mellow, very laid back. But I wanted to do something that could reflect more of my Dominican roots, the Afro-Latino, like Amara was saying. I want to show people where I come from through my music. So La Misma Piedra is such a reflection of who I am as a singer and as a songwriter as well, because when I was 15 and I was starting to sing, I was very much influenced by R&B and soul. Thank God for MTV and cable. But back in the island, I was the only one, or back in my...
Yeah, VHS.
Yeah, but back in my school, I think I was the only one who was listening to that music. So it was like my thing. And now being a songwriter, being able to mix my R&B and soul influences with my roots, with the bachata, it's like such a sweet, sweet moment for me. So I'm very proud of La Misma Piedra.
Yes, you should be. You should be. All right. So, Omar, congratulations again.
Thank you.
And now we are going to take it and to Los Angeles, because that's where Omar is at. So we're going to take it to Los Angeles so everyone can enjoy the next performance, and then we'll be back to wrap things up. All right, guys.
Sounds good. 3, 4. Me estoy ahogando y no sé nadar. Mientras más me esfuerzo, más me traga el mar. Me estoy hundiendo, mis pies no dan más. Ya perdí la cabeza una vez más. Y no necesito probarte, mi amor. No, no, no. Porque todo lo que quiero es ir a Dios. Respirar. Quiero respirar. Respirar. Quiero respirar. Me estoy muriendo. Ya no late más. Muchos son los miedos, mucha es la sal. Y no necesito probarte, mi amor. Porque todo lo que quiero es decir adiós. Respirar. Quiero respirar. 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 Respirar. Quiero respirar.
That was incredible, Omar.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God, your voice is mantequilla, is butter.
Gracias.
That is a beautiful song. That's Respirar from your first album, right?
Yes, first album titled O Mayúscula. You can find it on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, everything.
That is so good. And now they're going to hear you with another song. So before we get to that, I just want to say thank you so much, Omar, for hanging with us at CO3 Lounge. And thank you to our guest, Amara Lenegra, for using her voice not only to make music, but also to create social change. We will see you all next week, where I'll be interviewing Diane Morales, who is running for mayor of New York City in 2021. And we'll have the beautiful sounds of Puerto Rican Don Castor here at CO3 Lounge. So again, everyone, please wear a mask. And thank you again, everyone out there. Remember to stay curious, be gorgeous, y amable. Next, we have Omar wrapping us up with his hit, La Misma Piedra. So here you go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Ay, cuántas veces de rodillas te rogué para que te quedaras. Y cuántas veces con un solo dedo quise tapar el sol. Y de repente para la noche tan pesada que no puedo cargarla. Y viene el miedo como el fuego quema todo en la madrugada. Ya perdí la cuenta. Ya perdí la cuenta. Ya perdí la cuenta de tropezar con la misma piedra. Ay, cuántas veces te bajé la luna para que te quedaras. Y cuántas veces cantando tu nombre me quedé sin voz. Y de repente veo mis sueños desaparecer entre la nada. Y el amor que te tenía cae al suelo dándome la espalda. Ya perdí la cuenta. Ya perdí la cuenta. Ya perdí la cuenta de tropezar con la misma piedra. En la noche fría de mi corazón, es que necesito más de tu calor. Las estrellas ya no brillan a tu alrededor. Soy satélite, tú eras mi sol. Tu luz se apagó. Tú te fuiste y el dolor se quedó. Ya perdí la cuenta. Ya perdí la cuenta. Ya perdí la cuenta de tropezar con la misma piedra. Ya perdí la cuenta. No sé cuántas veces más voy a caer.
Thank you for watching Conciencias Con Cocktails with Javier Pedroza, right here on Solivity TV every Thursday at 6 p.m. Solivity Magazine brings you the best in inspiration on Solivity TV. Check out our new shows. Mark your calendars for Solivity Magazine shows by going to solivity.com.